Out there, my heart rate is currently 182 and going at a 620 pace.
Nossa.
I'm not finding this easy.
Fui na cidade mais quente do mundo e não era Bangu, infelizmente. Pra galera de Bangu aí, não era Bangu, brother.
You, me, and most of the world live in temperatures ranging
from about here up to about here,
with the average temperature on Earth being 15 degrees Celsius.
Caralho, tá
this place is
tá um agudo muito ruim, velho.
very, very different. The country and this city that I'm currently in records temperatures about 3.5 times that average.
Coisa boa.
I can't even put into words what this heat
Dubai?
feels like.
As of 2016, the city has been repeatedly reporting temperatures above the 50-degree mark, with it
Kuwait.
hitting a climax of 53.9 degrees Celsius, a temperature which on the surface seems totally unlivable.
Temperatura média no inverno em Bangu.
Yet more than 4 million people call this place home.
Bom,
Oh, it feels like I'm in a sauna. This is
dentro do estacionamento.
To make my trip here that little bit more interesting, I decided to visit at a time where a nationwide warning was released about an extreme heat wave that was coming.
It is
Coisa boa.
scorching.
holy crap.
What does the future look like for a country where those temperatures are only on the rise each year?
Vai pra merda, né?
It's 12:15, it's the middle of the day. I can't even put into words what this heat feels like. It is ridiculous. I want to feel how hot. Oh my god, the floor is boiling.
Fritar um
I
ovo.
am dying. Oh my god. Let me show you. My thermometer says
Meu amigo.
51. That is insane. I really do understand why there's no one walking the streets, because it's too hot. Kuwait
Como
don't
não?
actually allow workers to be working outside during the summer months. They work
Caraca, trabalho externo é proibido entre as 11 da manhã e as 4 da tarde.
at night time instead when it's a lot cooler. This is actually crazy. I have never been in heat like this before.
Before meeting with people who live here and experience this heat daily, I wanted to first try and explore this
café?
place on my own. However, I think I underestimated just how hot this place really
Ah, vou
was.
ajeitar a cadeira, vou descer um pouquinho
Well,
mais que
my
eu tô.
camera has
Meu
died because of the heat.
Nossa,
Yeah,
tem
it was
isso também.
literally that hot in the first hour of getting there that my camera
Tem isso também,
kicked
né?
the bucket. Hopefully my phone survives a bit longer.
And all these machines here, I think they're water machines. I don't know if they're working. Yep. they have
Ah,
water in.
pô, pelo
That's
menos já
good.
tá
At least
melhor,
it's
pô.
free water around.
Água grátis já tá bom, pô. Essa porta aí foi trocada, né, amigo? Você bateu essa porta, né, amigo?
When the temperatures are over 40 degrees outside is come shopping at a mall like this. Avenues
Ar-condicionado
Mall, biggest mall they have
instalando.
there. This place is over
Olha.
360,000 square meters.
Que bonito.
It has 1,100 stores. And if I want to walk all the way to the other end of the mall, it's about a mile. It is so nice and cool in this place, and it is absolutely heaving.
And the enormity of this mall in particular is a direct reflection of the country's extreme wealth.
This is all because Kuwait has nearly 10% of the world's
Petróleo.
oil reserves,
Claro.
making them one of the richest countries in the world, with the Kuwait dinar being recognized as the highest valued currency globally. The discovery of massive oil reserves in the 1930s totally revolutionized the country's economy, so much so that petroleum accounts for nearly half of Kuwait's GDP and 95% of their total export revenues.
And as I walked around the mall, it was evident how the country's wealth has since trickled down into its other industries. This, coupled with the extreme temperatures
E falou que é incrível como a riqueza do país nesse ramo se refletiu para as outras indústrias. Basicamente isso.
outside makes malls like these an epicenter for locals during peak heat
Isso é verdade.
hours. And since I'm full of fantastic
Corolão sem símbolo nenhum.
ideas,
né?
I decided to do the complete opposite to test just how hot it actually was outside.
So I've had a bit of an intrusive thought. The time is currently 5:30 and it is 39 degrees Celsius. So it's not that hot anymore. That's not true. It's still so hot. I want to see if I'm able to complete a 5K without dying or passing out.
Ah, não.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not
Deu
try this at home.
exercício.
I like to think I'm a very
Não, em casa não dá pra correr 5 km, né, amigo? Só na
capable
esteira, mas...
runner, but running in this heat
Não com 39
is a
graus.
whole different ball game.
Só pra quem mora em Bangu.
Part of the
tem uma
reason I'm
esteira.
doing this is to show my respect to the workers that have to work outside in this heat.
In 1952, the country became the largest oil exporter in the Persian Gulf. This massive growth attracted many foreign workers from Egypt, Iran, India, Nepal, and many more. And the impact of this extreme heat is particularly damaging to these types of workers who cannot work inside or out of the sun. Nearly 2/3 of Kuwait's 4.5 million population is comprised of migrant non-Kuwaitis, some of whom work in poor conditions with extremely high sun exposure.
I can't imagine living or working in this heat. You know, we complain about the winter in the UK. And if summer here is kind of like our winter, I would pick the winter every single day.
I know I sound like a classic British person who complains when it's cold and then also complains when it's hot, but I honestly
É o famoso. No frio você mete o casaco, no calor você morre. É isso, porra.
can't begin to put into words just how
tem muito o
hot
que fazer.
this place is.
Okay, for any runners out there, my heart rate is currently 182. I'm going at a 6:20 pace.
Nossa.
Now, I'm not finding this easy. This is a very humbling experience. A complete 5K. There's
Caralho.
my hotel.
Ok.
There we go. 5K. It's too hot. How do you deal with this heat?
We have it now.
Yeah, you get used to it.
And if you want to see the results of what it looks like to exercise in
Todo
that
cagado, mano.
heat, I do not
Todo
recommend.
cagado. What?
So I'm now here at the
Legal.
old market and it is a completely different place at night time. It is so busy right now. Everyone's out with their families.
É
It's
tranquilinho. Nossa.
currently 38 degrees.
Meu Deus. Como? 38 sem sol? Que isso? Que isso, gente? Que isso? Isso é uma air fryer, não uma cidade. Isso é uma air fryer gigante, porra.
And it's just turned
Caralho.
7:30. The heat is making
Como
me feel
assim,
like headed
irmão?
and strange. I'm about to eat at a very famous restaurant called Frizuela. Frizuela, I think you say. Thank you very much. So they actually have some cocktails here, as you can see.
Meu Deus, irmão. Cara, meu Deus. Caramba, meu Deus.
However, there is no alcohol. Kuwait is a completely dry country. I know a few people that could do
Ah, não tem
it moving here.
álcool.
Wow, thank you very much.
Yes, smart on the bus.
Thank you. Okay, I've got something called mutton
Isso é um arrozão com frango, mano. O cara tava ganhando não sei quantos
Majbous.
dólares.
A load of lamb with rice and
não carne.
spices. This food is incredible.
Caraca, é um charge na polícia deles também, igual nos Estados Unidos.
So if you can see, this restaurant is actually
Caralho, ano novo, fila da puta.
spraying the mist to cool everyone down. This place right here has a ton of air conditioning units and also these huge
Caraca, ar-condicionado
fans as
externo.
well. So does that restaurant over there. I take it back. It is still absolutely boiling. It's fine when you're outside for about 10, 15
cara.
minutes. Then I really start feeling it in my head. I'm not used to this heat.
Now, I don't know if it was the air conditioning, but I woke up every 2 or 3 hours with the driest throat I have ever experienced in my life. It's still dry now.
O cara não acostumou com ar-condicionado. Cara britânico, pô, o cara não usa.
I have been drinking a lot of water. I guess I'm just not used to the heat.
Hey bro,
Hi.
how are you?
doing? I'm fine, thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Ah, ele meteu o traje.
Nice to
ó.
meet you, sir.
Waleed has lived here
Não
in
meteu o
Kuwait
traje, não. Achei que ele tinha metido o traje.
his whole life and has lived through this rise in temperature. He is
Nossa.
originally from Egypt, but he has become a tour guide here in Kuwait and agreed to show me around for the day.
I
Just tried to turn my shower cold.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go cold
It wouldn't
at
go
all.
cold.
Nothing.
It wouldn't go cold.
Yeah.
It will never go
Deixar aquela meia hora, né, jogando água pra esfriar.
cold. The
Só que
issue
não- se bem que, né, em lugar que tem caixa d'água, no apartamento ali do hotel vai ser, não, acho que não tem como, né?
was a very high percentage of humidity.
Yeah. So when it's humid, it's
43.
even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot breathe, you know what I mean?
Wow.
You feel like you're choking, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Despite it approaching the peak daily heat hours, there was so much of Kuwait we needed to explore. First up,
The Kuwait towers, these huge balls. That one is filled with water.
Duas
and I
bolonas.
think that one is as well.
Yeah.
It is scorching. I have come
Por que é uma piscina?
inside the Kuwait towers. The floor is actually rotating very slowly, but it is moving.
Ai, caralho.
This is going to be extremely essential to make sure water. It actually feels like I'm in a sauna.
Water?
Like it feels like I'm in a sauna.
Yeah, sure.
I've never felt anything like this before.
Yeah, I remember the last
Fica.
few years, Kuwait hit it like the hottest spot on the globe in the world. You know?
My camera is already showing the overheating sign. It's like hot to touch right now. It's actually like being in a sauna. Like someone's got a hairdryer and they're blowing it in your face.
Ever since 2016, Kuwait has been recording regular temperatures of above 50 degrees.
Meu Deus.
And last year alone, the temperature gauge hit over 50 degrees
Como é que
Celsius
dá pra morar lá
on
ainda?
19 days. And as we progress further into the day, the temperature just kept rising and rising.
Yeah, 47.
Meu.
Wow.
Causeway, it's in fact reached 36 kilometers. It's considered the fourth longest causeway around the globe.
Where does it go from?
In fact, it's connecting between the Kuwait city and the place in the
Ah,
desert called
ponte, já vi
Scuba
essa
Desert.
ponte.
and this causeway was built as part of a connection point into a large infrastructure project which is currently under development. Now, I couldn't find a good website about this, so I thought I'd make one on Odoo whilst telling you about the project. Odoo is basically an all-in-one management software that helps people manage their whole business through invoicing, project management, inventory, website creation. Build my website. Kuwait $1 billion project. As you can see, building a website on Odoo is super simple. You
Nossa,
can just
ele vai
drag
meter a
and drop
propaganda dentro do
blocks
bagulho,
onto the
mano.
website. I'm able to add a lot of copyright-free images as Odoo is linked to Unsplash, which is basically a right-free database of images and videos. Silk City. I can create text blocks with different typography, and if I'm feeling really lazy, AI is built into the website builder, so I can get ChatGPT to rewrite everything for me. This city will be a figure piece for Kuwait 2035, a vision which aims to transform Kuwait into a financial and trade hub. And I'm sure there will be plenty of businesses that could benefit from Odoo, as your first application is free for life with unlimited hosting and support. They're also offering a free personalized domain for 1 year, so if you click the link down below or scan the QR code on screen, simplify the way you manage your business or just make a website for free, because you can.
Ok.
So we've
Belo
just driven
Edge.
down the causeway and we've come to this viewpoint of the whole city. It's beautiful.
One thing which is synonymous with Kuwaiti deserts is the large herds of camels which are raised here.
It's really amazing how they just survive out in this heat.
Yeah.
Hello, camels. Are they quite friendly or are they aggressive
Oh
sometimes?
yeah, they are friendly.
I do not know how they're
Dá pra
outside
sequestrar
with
não,
this
mano? Cara, sequestrar pra usar de carro, não?
heat. Oh, this one's friendly. Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's strange because it is so unbelievably hot outside, but I'm not really sweating that much. It's not too humid in these months. It's such a
Ah, é porque a umidade. A umidade não deixa você. É por isso que a umidade é pior, né? Porque ela não deixa você regular a temperatura suando, né? E aí por isso que é pior, porque você não vai regular a temperatura com água e você se fode, meu parceiro.
dry heat.
Coming to Kuwait, I really wanted to learn about the coping mechanisms of the locals who work in these extreme temperatures. And with that, we came across a farmer who has worked in the Kuwaiti
man.
desert for years.
Does he ever come out in the middle of the day, or he just in the morning and the evenings, or?
From 6 to 11, starting from 3 p.m.
And how does he feel about the temperature and the heat?
بيقول لك yeah, accommodated already.
He's got a puppy.
As many.
Wow.
6 puppies.
Oh my god.
Cuidado terreno. Meu Deus, ele comeu terra.
Six puppies before.
Comeu terra,
Just one
mano.
leg.
Ó.
Are they underneath? Here?
No, they have been dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, the puppies have died because of the heat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sad.
Meu.
Oh.
Imagine spending 2.5 years just living in this caravan, looking after these camels, these dogs.
Ah tá, os camelos são dele.
I'd get pretty lonely. I don't know about you.
Oh.
Meu Deus.
And this big bag here is all of their water, which gets dropped off by a truck. It's used for the dogs to drink and, of course, for the camels to have water.
Ah, claro.
I think so. We must have been
Tem
outside
que
for
cuidar,
like
faz sentido.
half an hour, 45 minutes there. It is really hot, but the main thing is my throat is so dry and my mouth is so dry. Could you live in the desert for 2.5 years?
Oh, I don't know what.
You don't know. I don't think I could. I would be too lonely.
Now there's one activity which
Thing
you
is,
always see
também,
people
né?
doing online when they come on holiday to the Middle East, and I was going to be no different.
So I've come to this ATV and buggy rental place in the middle.
Nossa, isso deve ser legal, mano. Isso tem em Arraial, né? Se não me engano. Tem umas dunezinhas de Arraial que você pode pegar e alugar. Só que, né? Mais com bug, né?
Of the
Na
desert.
TV eu acho que é mais
Alright,
caro.
I've got my little dune buggy.
Mas é legal, mano. Pô, ó!
It doesn't go very fast, but that's probably a good thing, to be honest. I read online that there was a load of unexploded landmines in Kuwait.
Oi?
So hopefully I don't come
Então tinha que ser rápido, né? Pra impedir o acionamento.
just a random lonely sofa, another chair over there. There's a ton of sofas just left out here in the desert.
Ó.
That right there is a toilet in the middle of the desert.
Motorzinho de kart,
Random
né?
that.
Ó.
كافي عربي شكرا عفوا
Ah,
Thank you very
café,
much.
ó. Cafézinho.
It's so hot. I don't know how you live with the heat.
He's
Adapted.
Yeah. يعني هو الشهر يصير black.
If you stay here 1 month, it will be black.
What?
After a day spent in the scorching sun, there's one sure way to cool
Se
yourself
ficaria
down:
mês é melhor, né? Ó.
scuba diving.
Do I look good?
It was my first time ever attempting to scuba dive, so I needed my instructor Abdullah
Mano, treinando na piscina pra quê? Se lá não tem. Lá tem algum
to
rio,
teach me the
alguma coisa
ropes
assim?
before heading out properly the next day. Scuba
Legal.
diving is something I've always wanted to do, but I would be lying if I said that deciding to do it in Kuwait wasn't motivated by the idea of getting out to sea and escaping the heat.
Nice to meet you.
É, fugir do calor, né? Escaping the heat não traduziram, mas fugir do calor. Ó, Mercury.
Alright, here we are. In the middle
Porra, mas tem.
of the Persian Gulf?
Ah, tá. Golf.
The Arabian Gulf. No? I called it the Persian Gulf and they weren't too happy.
Yeah, the water's so clear.
Yeah, the water looks so
Oh,
nice and
cara,
clear.
que
It's really not that hot on the boat, you know? I'm quite surprised.
And the wind here is really nice.
Yeah.
Breeze is
É,
good.
por isso.
Wow, look at that, 45
45
degrees.
lá fora.
That's insane.
And after letting everyone else go first, it was my time to put Abdullah's training to the test.
É bom colocar equipamento, né, Zé? Tem que descer de costa por quê, mano? Não sei. Por que tem que descer de costa e depois você vira? Queria saber disso.
I know you always see incredible videos online of people scuba diving in clear blue waters, surrounded by all of the sea's creatures, but I can't put into words how surreal a feeling it actually is to experience it.
Eu não sabia que o Apple Watch tinha certificação de mergulho. Caramba. Que legal. É o Ultra, né? É o Watch Ultra, né? O Ultra deve ter. Eu não sabia que o normal. Eu acho que o normal não tem, mano. Porque, tipo, o IP68 não garante muito mergulho, não, né? Por causa da pressão ali embaixo.
There we go.
É tipo 1,5 m.
DFD complete. Oh,
Completed. How's the heat?
the temperature just wasn't nearly as hot.
Yes.
But then as we were coming back into the city,
you could just feel like when we got within a mile or something, you could
Like a massive air dryer.
it was genuinely like someone just suddenly like it was like someone just started blowing hot air in your face.
You know, this is what you get when you decide to visit the hottest country in the world.
So Abdullah was just telling me how
Lá
he's
ver o
left his
cabelo, tô com uma
lighter.
coceira, velho. Será que me deu alergia, cara? Tô com porra na coceira, velho. Ela viu o cabelo hoje.
In his car before, and it's exploded
Yes.
in the car just because the sun and the heat.
The sun and the heat explodes. When people leave a water bottle inside the car,
Derrete, deforma, né?
the
O
curve
plástico.
of the bottle acts like a magnifying glass, and it will set the car on fire.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Ah,
crazy.
é. Quem já viu o Bear Grylls usando água pra poder acender fogo sabe disso, né?
Yeah.
É um Jimny,
Like
né?
that's
Agora que eu vi que o
physics
Jimny...
lesson
Suzuki
in
Jimny.
Kuwait.
we would never have to think about that, you know. So you're proud to be Kuwaiti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I will never move out of this country.
Yeah.
I'll live here forever.
What does it mean to be Kuwaiti for you?
Well, that you belong to this culture.
Yeah.
You belong to those people here. This means a lot to me, and it makes me like feel safe when
Yeah.
I'm here
Faz
between everyone.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Despite finding the heat a real struggle whilst I was here, Abdullah's sentiments on Kuwait echoed my closing thoughts as I left this beautiful country, which I will definitely be visiting again
Legal.
in the winter next time.
No verão, na próxima